Is this dog going to be a distraction?
No, she's probably
First of all, what is this dog's name?
This is Gracie.
Oh, hi, Gracie.
She's very cute and much skinnier than Nellie.
Billy is a professional dog sitter, so if you need someone to watch your dog, Billy is the one to call.
Yes, please. Okay, so how are you? Other than not good.
Can we do like a little like... I need to like shake it out. Ma, ma, ma. If you know, you know.
Yes. Well, if you're a young millennial, you definitely know.
I would hope so. How do you feel about my hoodie?
Oh, short sleeve
thing.
I'm totally here for it.
I used to be heavy into like the short sleeve hoodie thing when I was like in my swag fuckboy era, like adolescent lesbian stages, and then I kind of swayed away. But I saw this one and I was into it.
What do you think about my ghost with a Starbucks?
Oh my god, I didn't see it has Starbucks. I thought it was just making a spooky face. That's so cute. No. I love the color of that shirt.
Yes, that's kind of what made me really want it. Like you picked from it's like an Etsy shop, and I purposely picked this color because I thought it was the coolest.
Gray color.
Mm-hmm. I think it was called the Yam.
It looks like a yam.
Yeah.
Sweet potato vibes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing
still giving cozy off our fall episode.
Even though it is hot as balls down there and you're about to be wiped out with a hurricane. Well, not you. Miami should be okay, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, I think it's more in north and maybe even west.
Tampa.
Or it's coming from the west.
Yeah. But, it's in the Gulf right now and it's supposed to wipe out Tampa. I saw a meme and it was like, I think it's called Milton, Hurricane Milton. It's like, Hurricane Milton, what are you doing first when you get to Florida? It's like, I'm going to Disney World. Like, it's literally supposed to wreck that whole side. It's kind of really scary.
It is.
Really scary.
I'm so, out of touch with all this. What's going on or what happened in North Carolina?
Oh, my God. The hurricane they had, Helene, it, destroyed part of North Carolina. The flooding was astronomical.
Oh my god, I have to text my friend.
And it's not even the coast of North Carolina. It was the middle of it, 100 miles off of the shore. So those areas are never expecting to have a hurricane.
My friend lives on more of the shore end of North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's actually really scary what the weather has become, and it's just getting more and more aggressive, and it's frightening. It's frightening.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 75 today, and it's almost the middle of October in New York.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I saw on TikTok someone said it's still 90 degrees in Utah, and it's never been this warm in October in Utah. So the earth is dying. Recycle.
Isn't that bad?
Limit your carbon emissions. It's not that it's bad. It's just most of the stuff we quote unquote recycle doesn't actually get recycled. Right. It gets dumped into a landfill, and most of the time the wind blows it all back into the ocean. It's so fucked. It's actually fucked. It's really sad.
Did you watch The Circle?
No.
Did you ever
I'm
watch
so
that?
out of touch with television. I watched the first season, half of it. It was interesting, but Billy, I just really don't care about television. We are the complete opposites.
There's two Staten Island. There's two Staten
Island.
Oh,
I heard all about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Please.
And then there's actually another woman. I forgot her intro, how she's tied. She's from Staten Island, but she didn't everyone introduces themselves, and she didn't introduce herself as Staten Island. So I kind of want to go back and see where she is, but it's just so weird because they're bonding over Ralph's Ices in Port Richmond.
Love it.
Yeah.
I actually got Ralph's yesterday. We had Sunday dinner, and I got a large tub of Spumoni Ralph's Ice because who doesn't love Ralph's Ices?
I'm actually not huge in the ice. I don't even know what ice that is specifically.
Spumoni? You don't know Spumoni? That's an Italian classic. It's
I think my
the one
go-to
that's
is cherry.
Pistachio and chocolate. And it's yellow. The other flavor is it's not a flavor. The other color is yellow, but I think it's more like a vanilla. It's like a pistachio vanilla chocolate mix. And it has little pieces of pistachio. It's so good.
I think
Italian classic. How do you know this?
I know. I didn't know that how much I liked pistachio until kind of recently, actually.
Same. I always loved like the actual pistachio nut, but I'm starting to indulge in pistachio flavor things. Mm-hmm. Not everything hits. Like, have you ever had a pistachio latte? Doesn't do it for me.
I feel like I would like that.
Pistachio in my coffee. No.
Speaking of, you got the
pecan crunch oat milk latte.
So good.
It's good. It was very sweet. It doesn't really taste like pecan. I still don't know how to say it. It tastes like a little nutty, but it's giving more like cinnamon, like almost like a cereal-ish
cookie vibe.
Yeah, it's good. It's a little too sweet for me. Maybe I'll do like less pumps of the flavor next time. But I like the crunchy on top, like the little crunchy pieces.
Same.
I like different textures together.
Same. I actually got it this morning and got my dad the hot one just because he like drinks hot coffee more than cold. And I let him try mine, and he really liked the crunch and liked the cold better than the hot. I had both. The hot is pretty good too, but it melts the crunch.
I was actually thinking about this morning. I don't ever get hot drinks from Starbucks. If I'm going to have a hot coffee, I'm making it at home because I make a delicious cappuccino. And I feel like when you get a hot coffee out at a coffee shop, they're scalding hot. You can't drink it for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
3rd degree burns. And your day is ruined. Your mouth is fucked.
I really hate when they lose the hotness too. Like the second
you have to drink it fast. Like once it hits that perfect temperature, you got to start chugging. You can't let it get too warm or too cool. So that's why I just prefer to get an iced coffee. If I'm getting a coffee out, it's going to be an iced coffee.
Same. 95% of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
but I only like hot coffee in the morning. Like my first coffee of the day, it can't be an iced coffee. I used to be iced coffee in the morning, but it has to be a little warm. Like
that's the problem. Like that's when I'm getting a hot, like if I'm getting a hot. Even though I had my iced coffee at like 7 a.m. this morning.
You're crazy. But I also feel like if I lived in a warm climate like you, I would get an iced coffee in the morning.
Tea.
But we'll never know. We'll never know. Period. So how was your weekend? Anything to catch me up on?
My week was crazy with content. I'm reacting.
You've been pumping it out.
Yeah.
I watched your vlog yesterday.
Yes, I finally got that out. I had time to edit it. It's my prettiest vlog I've ever posted, I think, but like it didn't really come out the way I wanted, but like I
like the voiceover style you did. I feel like that's not something you do.
No, and I don't know, like I don't know if that's like could have been better, like I don't know.
No, I thought it was really good.
Okay.
I thought everything was well said and you did good.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you. I'd like to start doing like more stylized lifestyle-y things like that. But it just takes so much more time, and it's
so much more time, and it's also just like if you're mentally not there, it's so hard to fake it.
Totally.
And I feel like that's where I'm at right now because I've been wanting to do content, but my face and my body say, no, bitch, not right now. Do not get on the camera. This is the only thing I've been filming, the podcast. That's it. Nothing else. I can't do it. I can't do it right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I was expecting to like conclude it differently mostly, but I think the voiceover did like add such an element, especially when it got a little more like comedic at the end. Like I switched up my vibe quick.
The mean girl at fucking Cold Stone. Love it.
Bitch.
What a bitch. How can you be a nasty person and work in an ice cream shop?
I think that really bothers me to even more like working when I had the pizzeria. I don't care what fucking mood you're in. Like, you have to, like, fake it. Don't, like, shrug your shoulders when I ask for a smoothie, you stupid bitch.
Don't be in customer service if you fucking hate people.
Yeah.
Period. There are so many jobs that are not people-facing. Do something else.
Like, that really,
it gets me so
really
annoying.
irks me.
And I feel like the Gen Z kids who work in customer service, like retail and stuff like that, they don't know how to communicate, first of all. I can't tell you how many times I've walked into a store in the mall, like Zoomies or PacSun, and I'll be the only shopper there. And the, 22-year-old girl will look up at me, not say anything. And I'm like, okay, I'll go fuck myself now. Hello to you too.
That really, really bothers me. I know they're not happy to be doing it, I'm sure, or whatever, but like,
no, but then again, don't have that job.
Yeah.
Get a different job. Go work in Amazon where you don't have to talk to anyone.
Right, totally.
It's not hard.
I just realized,
and especially because I'm in customer service too.
We didn't do our intro.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Young Millennials Podcast. I'm Lex here with my co-hosts Billy and Gracie.
New edition, actual first guest, I guess. Well, second, including
Oh my
Nelly.
God, this is our first. Oh yeah, but Nelly's not really a guest.
Right.
She's a staple.
Yeah, right.
Gracie's our first guest. Sorry, Gab.
Right.
But yeah. If you're going to work in customer service, put a fucking smile on. Leave your shit at the door. Leave your bitch ass attitude at the door and put a smile on. Fake it till you make it. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into work like, fuck, I really don't want to do my job today and like talk to people, and you have to suck it up. People are there for a service.
Especially like your vibe.
I have to be on all the time, and it's actually really draining. But most of the time I feel like it's almost like working out or doing a thing you don't want to do. Once you start doing it and you're in it, you're like, okay, this isn't so bad. I'm just a little fucking brat.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah. Oh, I'm like kind of on one right now. I'm getting spicy. Anything else we need to touch on? Oh, wait, I had a basketball game yesterday. And not to toot my own horn. This was my second game. Okay. This is only my second game, but they've been playing every week, but I've been so busy.
Right.
I had the game-winning 3-point shot yesterday.
Wow. Wait, meaning you got it in at a 3-point shot?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. That's the only basket I made the whole game, and it was like picture perfect, and it was like down to like the last 30 seconds, and I was standing at the top of the arc, and
wow,
drained it. I did though. There was like, we play in a gym, and I don't want to say there was like fans there, but like people bring their friends, and stuff like that.
Nice.
And everyone who was there was supporting our team. And the gym got so loud. I did like the fist pump, like, let's go. And we ended up winning the game. That's my team's first win. They didn't win a single game last year.
Oh, wow.
This is their first win in a very long time.
Wow.
So.
And you didn't play last year, right?
No, I wasn't on the team last year. But the other team, I feel like every team, well, I've only played 2 teams, but every team we played so far, these girls, they fucking live for Sunday rec league basketball. They think they're playing in the WNBA. They're like bodying me. I'm going to be so bruised. I don't know if I'm developing any bruises yet. You can kind of see my elbow's all bruised. My fucking knee got scraped up. I got a big bruise on my ass. Like, chill out. Chill the fuck out.
Also, on the sportsness vibe, what was that softball picture? That was cool.
Oh my God, softball. I was MVP this week. I'm having a great athletic week. My team, we were playing one of the better teams, and I was playing third base. And when I tell you, every other ball was hit to me.
Wait, that was recent though?
Yeah, last Wednesday.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Every ball was hit to me. I was getting all of the balls. And then I came up with the bases loaded, no outs, and I got a big hit. I scored 2 runs, and we ended up winning 4-2. So,
wow.
Go Sports.
Killing it. You're doing way better than the professionals.
Duh.
Yesterday, we had like a brunch morning with that early game or whatever.
A football viewing party to see the Duty Jets. They suck. They suck so bad. Thoughts and prayers to all my friends who are Jets fans, because, oof, this was supposed to be the year, and they look like garbage. They look like garbage.
It's so bad.
Old man Rogers.
And then I've had a weird, like, depressive evening, which kind of sucked. And I don't know if it was the come down of all the content I was doing. And then
probably
it just also leads to, like, I feel like I should be getting more for as much as I'm doing. But I kind of knew. I'm like, Billy, you're just in this mode right now. Tomorrow will be a new day. And I woke up fine. And
good.
We're on to the next day, next chapter.
I feel like I can't shake my little depressy funk I've been in. I'm actually going to lunch with a friend after this. We're going to go to Jose Tejas. Ooh. We were supposed to go last week and she had to cancel. But
I'm really wanting to go there.
Oh, so good. When you come here, we have to go. Absolutely.
Totally down.
I think I might take a drive down to the beach, sit in the sand on a blanket, even though it's like not the warmest out, but I feel like that might do something for me.
That'd be really nice. You're saying like in Jersey, right?
Yeah, like after lunch, like drive down, see how far it is to hit the beach. But yeah, I don't know. I'm like literally doing everything that normally snaps me out of my funk. It's not working, but I also am telling myself, because if there's anything I learned in life is that you can't enjoy the highs without the lows, right? We talk about this often. Yeah. And next week is about to be the all-time high for me of my Taylor Swift concert.
Oh my God, that's
so
next week.
Next freaking week. So I'm experiencing a low, so then my life will skyrocket, and then I honestly just might have to end it all next week. Next week, potentially for me, looks like this. I could potentially be going to a Yankee playoff game next week if they make it to the next round. That would be like Monday or Tuesday. Thursday, I go to Florida. I'll probably see you Thursday. Friday is Taylor Swift. Saturday, my sister and I are driving to Disney World for the weekend. How can you top that?
We have to see each other
Thursday or Friday early also, because the concert's not until night.
Right. Okay. I mean, either works, but I forgot that the next day, I forgot about the Disney.
Yeah, we're going to Orlando. Mm-hmm. If it's still standing next week. Right. But yeah, that's going to be like one of the best weeks in the history of my life. And it might that's it, folks. Thrown in the towel. We're done after this. Call it quits.
I wish I was going.
I know. Listen, it's not too late. Someone can graciously donate $2,500 so Billy can come with me to the Eras Tour. Oh, I'm very excited though. So I'm telling myself like I'm a little bit of a low right now. So it's going to whoop right back up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it really is. It's going to be a fucking great week.
Everyone that I've been telling that next week is the concert, they're like, oh my God, I feel like you've been talking about this for a year. And I'm like, I have been. I bought the tickets last August.
Oh, shit.
Over a year.
Wow.
And there's speculation that a lot of new stuff is going to be night one in Miami, potentially a new album drop, new set list, a lot of new things brewing, and I will be there.
Wow. I hope like someone cool comes out or something.
I'm hoping she brings out Florence for Florida.
Yeah.
Because I've been avoiding spoilers of the shows she had in like London and stuff. I haven't seen any of the new songs like after the Tortured Poets. Mm-hmm. I have not seen the new stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently the last night of her tour over there, I guess I don't want to say Europe. I guess Europe, I don't know, UK. She added Florida the very last night. Oh, so, okay. And if you're not singing Florida night one in Miami, what are you doing, Taylor Swift?
Right.
And Florence better be out there.
She really should.
Better. I'm excited. Mm-hmm. Only like 3 or 4 more cities, and then that's it, apparently.
I'm pretty sure it's done in December. Like the Eras Tour is over.
Mm-hmm. 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 People are saying she's going to come back around next year and do like a round 2, but I don't know how the bitch can do it. Yeah, this is like part 2 of part 1. Like she's still like it started this year, so right? It started this year or last year. When did I see you last? Because we were watching it together last time I was with you.
Oh my God!
And I think that was last year.
Last year, it was 2023. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, the bitch got to like take a break.
Yeah, she's done. That's not coming
Throwback to when we were stoned watching TikTok live of the Eras Tour.
Oh my God, I totally forgot.
We literally sat through the whole concert.
I know.
We pretty much watched the whole thing.
Wow. That was that was
times.
Like the summer.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to think when I came out there. It must have been.
It was summer.
There's no way it was March, because I know I saw you in March. Did I only see you once last year? I guess so. I visited you last March.
So that was March
2023.
It must. I feel like that was the beginning of the Eras tour whenever we did watch it because it was very fresh.
Yes, it was very fresh. You're right. You're right.
So I feel like it was before summer, especially if you bought the tickets in August.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, man. What a time.
That's going to be
I can't believe I haven't seen you. Well, I saw you when you came here, but I haven't, been there.
I know.
I usually do a few Florida trips
I don't
a year for
think
myself.
we saw each other last time.
I don't think so either.
I don't know.
No, I think you were busy.
I feel like I was mainly in Brooklyn. I can't even, I literally can't remember. I think it was February.
Yeah. And you're coming, the first weekend of November?
October 30th to November 6th, Wednesday to Wednesday.
So you'll be here on actual Halloween?
Yeah, but I'm going to be in Brooklyn.
That's fine, but I didn't know you were going to actually be here on Halloween.
Yeah. I'm
fun.
actually really excited. I meant to say this when we said our Halloween plan. I forgot to say mine because I knew this. I'm really excited because it's going to be a nostalgia overload because it's where I went trick-or-treating.
Mm-hmm.
And my neighborhood that I grew up in is the perfect place to trick-or-treat. Like a neighborhood, and it's very walky.
Yeah.
So
that's fun.
I'm
excited.
That's fun. And
okay, I'll see you then.
Yes, I'll see my cousin's twins that she had, and it'll just be really cute.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's fun. Okay, good.
Okay.
All right. Well, we've been yapping for 25 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so this is our first book club episode, and
perhaps our last.
Oh no. No. Maybe. No. Our first book was Atomic Habits.
Woo.
And I know you finished it a while ago. So I approached this the way I approached my college homework. I read half of it and then skimmed through the rest and watched a 25-minute YouTube video on it.
Perfect.
I got everything down. I basically read it. I did. I skimmed. You know what it is with me and my attention span? I don't care about the fluff, the filler, the extra stuff. Give me the information. Give me the facts.
I was going to say, with that book, especially my first thing, especially, the first two or few chapters, he gave, a narrative before,
I don't care about all that.
For that type of thing, I just want to know about, the habits.
The facts.
Yes, the facts.
Yes. But I did take a bunch of notes.
Oh, cute.
I was actually on the phone this morning and on FaceTime, and I was looking through the book, and my friend was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm doing homework." I was like, "I have homework due today." Very reminiscent of my college days, morning of writing shit down. But I also, like I said, I've been in a funk. I wasn't in the mood to do homework. Mm-hmm. So, first of all, what did you think of the book overall?
I could have never read it.
Okay. I think it has a lot of useful points.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a little overrated.
Yeah.
A lot of these things I feel like I kind of already knew.
I feel like I guess it would be best for a young person, even though it's not giving young person energy.
Yeah, someone who's newly trying to structure their life, who doesn't really have routine and things like that. But I feel like I kind of already was doing half of these things. I mean, some of them, the whole idea of habit stacking, I like that concept. You're used to doing this one thing, A, and then while you're doing A, you're going to do B right after. You know, and start to intertwine healthier habits with the things you're already doing.
Yes.
I also flagged in the book the actual 4 steps of the habits, because I know you audiobooked it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for the listeners, I'll go through. So essentially, there's 4 laws of good habits and things like that. So the first one is make it obvious. So write it down. It's at this time, I will do this in this location. Be very specific, not like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym today. At 2:00, I'm going to go to the gym at Retro Fitness. Like something so your brain can pick up on it.
Implementation intentions or something like that.
Yes. Implementation intentions. That's literally what that's called.
Yeah.
So then also another one, and then the next one is like the habit stacking. It's like after current habit that you're doing, I will new habit. So for me, something that I started doing months even before we started this book club. Have you ever heard of oil pulling for your teeth?
No.
It's like an ancient Indian Ayurvedic like method they use to clean their teeth and stuff like that. Is Gracie okay?
Gracie.
Okay, anyway, as I was saying, oil pulling is something that's like pull your toxins out of your body through your gums. And it actually strengthens your teeth, it whitens your teeth. But I would forget to do it in the morning because you're supposed to do it at the first thing in the morning, like before you drink anything. So as I would prep my coffee, I would put the oil in my mouth and swish it because you got to swish it for like 5 minutes. So that was like my habit stack. Like as I'm preparing my coffee, I'm going to do my oil pulling. So that was like a good habit stack I was doing. So essentially it's just take something that you normally do and throw in a new healthy habit with it. And then you start to intertwine them and it becomes like clockwork. So that's basically the first law, make it obvious. The second one, make it attractive. Use temptation bundling. So with that, another thing I would do, I hate the Peloton. I fucking hate the Peloton. It is the bane of my existence. I want to actually just, if I had the strength, I would pick it up and just like chuck it because I hate that thing. But in order for me to get my little ass on the Peloton, I would reward myself. Like you go on the Peloton and you get to scroll on Netflix, or not Netflix, but like TikTok or something like that. So you have to pair an action you want to do with an action that you need to do. So again, like I think I've told you this before, go on the treadmill and watch YouTube.
As I did the Audible for this, I was on the treadmill while listening to the book. And what's kind of good about Audible in general is you could obviously like be doing things. Also, I guess kind of the negative side of it, you can't just like be sitting staring at the wall the way, like if you're reading. It was a good way for me to bundle the two and stuff like that. So like that was my version of it. All right, like I'm gonna listen to this book, like get into it while I work out.
Perfect. And that's kind of like what you need to do to start getting into the routine of forming new healthy habits. So the next one, the third law, is make it easy. So reduce friction, decrease the number of steps between you and your good habits. The second part of that is prime the environment. So that's like a big one. This is my favorite
part. This was my favorite one. I have that at the top of my list.
Go into it.
That's all I have to say. No, I'm kidding. I mean, if you're reading it, you could probably like say it better. I just think that is probably like, the most important. I mean, it's just prime your environment is saying like what it is.
Yeah. So it's like if you know that after work you have to work out, like lay your gym clothes out, you know, don't have to look for them after. For me, a lot of my temptations come from junk food and candy and chocolates. And I know if I don't have them in the house, I will not eat them. So priming my environment would be not buying junk.
Prime your environment, aka make it easy.
Yes.
If you want to reduce phone time, put your phone in the other room. If you want to reduce like, your TV time, put the remote in a drawer. So it's not just like, there.
Yeah, and you just like
they even
grab and
said
turn on.
If you want to be like, really crazy, completely remove the TV from the room because then you'll
that's what I did in my bedroom. No, just in my living room.
It's not just like, okay, like throw this on and then get stuck. Like you have to really make the decision to then watch TV and then do nothing.
Another one to make it easy is like automating whatever habits you have. So he made the example of like, if you know you take a medication every month, instead of having to like call and renew the medication or whatever, have it on autofill, you know, like automate whatever you can. We have technology for a lot of things. So, you know, if you're trying to save money, have it set up automatically where $50 comes out of your checking to your savings every week. Like there's so many things you can do to just make your life easier, and you're forming these little healthy habits. And I can't stress enough compound interest in these things. And that's essentially what the whole book is about, becoming 1% better every day. And when you're stacking and stacking and stacking, you're going to look back and be like, oh shit, like in the moment I wasn't seeing how much progress I was making, but look how far I've come. And that's essentially what this is all about.
Yeah. With what you just said, are you familiar from the reading the Goldilocks rule? I think that's what you basically said with the saving money kind of thing. Make it in a way that it's challenging, but not too
easy, not too hard.
For example, if you're trying to save money, doing $10K a month would be crazy. But then also, if you did
$10 a week, that's nothing.
Then it's not going to motivate you or to take it too seriously either. So
you have to like push the threshold where you're like struggling a little bit.
200.
Yes.
And find your type of medium with that for whichever habit you're doing or
exactly.
Whatever.
And the thing that he emphasized in this book is like boredom is like the killer of good habits, essentially. Like you're doing something like bodybuilders go to the gym every single day and people think it's the motivation. Like, oh, you're just so motivated. But it's like, no, like I know this is what I have to do. And I don't want to lift weights every day. I don't want to, read a book every day. But I know if I keep doing this, the outcome will be so great. And it's just like fighting through that boredom and getting in that sweet spot of like, okay, this is too easy, I'm bored. But if it's too hard, you're like, this is too hard, I don't want to do this. So that's the Goldilocks rule.
Yes, exactly. You gotta make it work for you.
Period. Part of that section is use the 2-minute rule, which essentially is like kind of look at your habits and goals as like a smaller scale. Instead of read before bed, it's just read 1 page. Instead of like going to work out, it's put your workout shoes on, or just like go outside. Make it so it's like, oh, that's not a hard task to do. That's a 2-minute task. But once you're in it, you're like, well, I'm here anyway.
With the idea, with the idea of if you read 1 page, you'll probably read.
You're going to read more. More. And that's like something I was telling you, even with like working out, like you get on the treadmill for 5 minutes because you do 5, you're going to probably do more. But if you only do 5, you're still doing 5.
Yeah.
So It doesn't have to be a mountain. You can, it's a slow increase. Like the graph isn't like a giant straight up spike and then up and down up. It's a slow incline. 1% better every day.
A good follow up from that is, and a kind of I guess a challenging potentially thing is never miss twice.
When you forget to do a habit, make sure you get back on track immediately. So say you skip a day, you don't want to skip 2 days.
Yeah, and that also goes back to just when you do something wrong once, you just throw your hands up. No, tomorrow's a new day. Fuck that. Like, get back into it, basically.
And something I tell myself also, like, I guess this kind of ties into it, but think of the people you want to be in life or your heroes, the people you aspire to be. They weren't great at what they did the first time they did it. I always say, like, Picasso wasn't an amazing painter when he was born. There was one point where Beethoven didn't know how to play a single note of a song. And you have to just throw yourself in it and keep trying and trying and trying. And it's not a failure. You're just learning. That's something I often think about. Have you ever seen the meme? Do you know what Beethoven said to his haters? I can't hear you, because he was deaf. Same, me too, Beethoven. Crazy. Deaf and one of the best musicians of all time.
Anyone can do anything, literally.
You have no excuse. So then the fourth law and the final law would be make it satisfying. Use reinforcement. Give yourself an immediate reward when you complete a habit. So something he emphasized in this book is our brain is wired for instant gratification. Say you tell yourself, like, all right, I'm going to go to the gym and I get to eat like a cookie after. Like you have to give yourself that reward, like a dog almost. And you condition yourself that way. Make doing nothing enjoyable. When avoiding a bad habit, design a way to see the benefits. Use a habit tracker. Keep track of your habit streak and, quote, don't break the chain. And that's the whole, like, never miss twice thing. I actually wanted to start tracking my habits in my journal.
This was going to be, like, the one thing I feel like that I can't apply or like that like didn't connect with me or connects with me like the least. I think the idea of habit tracking is great. For me, like I don't think that would ever really work for me. Like I think that would be something that I just couldn't be consistent with, or just feel like that is not a waste of time, but I feel like at that point, just do the damn thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's also, again, the instant gratification of checking that box. Like, there's something mentally rewarding of like, oh my God, I checked this box. You love checking your freaking box on your notes app. There's something about seeing all those days checked in a row. You're like, wow, like, in the moment, I wasn't realizing this, but look, I just did 27 days in a row of this habit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you can't be too hyper-focused on everything.
No, you can't. And like, I wouldn't specifically for me track every habit, but things... And also, like, that's another thing he emphasized, like, you can't change overnight. You know, start with one habit, then after 2 weeks, like, like another
sober
one.
Thing, like, with the days.
Exactly. That's a habit tracker, essentially. But for me, I think I would start with, like, journaling every day and then track those habits, and then after 2 weeks, you know, add another one, you know, read every day. Small things, something that you can just gauge and see, like, wow, like, I'm doing this, like, I never thought I could do this.
Right.
And rewarding yourself.
Okay, I feel a little better about that.
And it's not about having like goals. He emphasizes systems. Because goals, like you reach a goal and like that's it. You know, like I did it. So a quote that I took from the book is, success is not a goal to reach or finish line to cross. It is a system to improve, an endless process to refine. So after a few months, you know, say I start reading every day and it's like, okay, like I've been reading 10 minutes a day. Like I can up this to 20. Every few months, every few weeks, you're tweaking, you're refining, and just know that in your heart, by doing these good things, by having these good systems in place, you're going to get where you need to. You can't look at like the finish line, essentially. And I think that's super important. And I like journaling essentially because I get to reflect back and look back to where I was and how far I've come. Start journaling, Billy.
You must have not watched my last vlog.
Oh, you said you wanted to start journaling. You're right.
In my vlog, I journal for the first time and then I close it and I'm like, and I'll never look at that again.
In the fall one? I feel like I didn't see that.
It was like my first booktube video ever.
Oh, okay.
Like the Paris one. There's a part where I actually, I do journal and it's just not for me. But I do the vlogs and that kind of is
That's a form of journaling because as long as you can reflect back on something, but for me, like I said, like I just like seeing it. Like we're different people. Like I said, you have your laptop and I have a little freaking printer paper with written
I
notes.
would never read it back. I would be so bored of those thoughts. For me,
oh my God, no. They're so cringe. Like when you're at your lowest and you write.
What I said in my vlog, now that it's like coming back to me, everything I just wrote, I would tell my friend, and I have already told my friend, so why am I writing
I guess. But I don't know, I just feel like your thoughts manifest differently. Like there's times I open my journal and I don't think I have anything to write, and then I'm writing 4 pages.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know. You just don't get it. You just don't get
it. For me, it's vlogging because I'll turn the camera on and say things that I didn't think I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So
teach their own. As long as you're doing your healthy habits, that's that.
I have a cute last quick little thing to like kind of wrap it, which is having an accountability partner, aka Lex.
Billy.
Find like that is just makes it so much more fun and like relatable, and like I love talking about goals, quote unquote, or like what we're doing, how we're doing, because it's just like I love like inspiring each other, and like it could spark like just positivity in your day if you're like feeling down about it.
There's also something just about saying it to another friend because you're like, well, fuck, now I told Billy I have to do this. I can't embarrass myself, you know? And if I let you down, you know, you're going to hopefully give me a stern talking to, and I'm going to not want to do that again, you know? It's important. It's definitely important to have those people in your circle.
Yes, if you can have an accountability partner, I highly recommend.
Definitely. I would give this book, I guess we want to do like a 1 to 5 stars.
Yeah.
I would give like a 3.5.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
We're on the same page.
Yeah, because it is really
good principles.
Good. There's nothing wrong with any of it. It's just more so, I guess, the narrative thing I could have did less with, and that it's sort of basic that you just do learn in just life, I feel, on your own. It's nice having it in the one place.
Definitely. You know? And it's something good to like revert back to and be like, oh, you know, like I've kind of been falling off. Like I forgot, like I should be doing this.
Yeah, totally.
It's a good book. I think maybe don't sit and read it. Maybe audiobook it on 1.5 speed or glance through it and watch a 20-minute YouTube video. The principles are there. I'm also just struggling with reading in general. So
in the audiobook, he says at the end of the chapter, visit this website. I would get the downloads of those things. Yeah, which like I meant to do and I never like did, but I still would like to.
Yeah, no, I like that there's like the charts and stuff that you can actually see. That's the thing with like physical books. Like I need to see visualizations, whereas like audiobooks, I feel like it just doesn't click in my head like that. I'm also like, my mind is like, as I'm like listening to the audiobook. So
just like the opposite, like we learned differently. Like if I was to read it, I wouldn't be able to comprehend.
Yeah.
So
and that's like, on dyslexia.
Yeah. Or I could, it would just be way harder, way longer. And way
it takes a while. I understand. Everyone's different, and that's why they have things like audiobooks. So
yeah,
indulge however you would like to. We have to discuss our next book. I know you mentioned the attachment, but like, how about we save that discussion for next week so we can really figure out what the next book is going to be, unless you want to declare it now.
I mean, I'm 100% down for that book. And also Sam Tasillo actually bought it, so like that can be fun. No, I mean, she just bought it to like buy it or whatever because we like mentioned it, and I just think that is such an interesting topic, honestly.
Definitely. It's on my reading list, so let's do it. Okay, Attached. That's the book.
With the Attached book.
Okay.
And then like discuss it this time next month. Maybe like we'll do the second week of the month
of November. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Perfect. We have a minute and a half to wrap this up, just about. I'm off to lunch. Thank you everyone for listening this week. I hope you enjoyed. We hope you enjoyed. Let us know if you also read this book, if you've read it before, if you were reading it while we were reading it. Let us know what you think of it. Any book suggestions for the future, feel free to slide in the DMs, drop the YouTube comments. Make sure you're subscribing and liking all of our profiles, all of our pages. It means so much to us. It really is helping us grow and push our... Check out Billy's new vlog. But yeah, we appreciate everyone's support. I mentioned to you last week, like people are talking about the podcast with me and it really makes me feel happy. So keep guessing me up.
Please, we love it. All right, guys.
All right. Well, this was fun. Enjoy your Wednesday. Peace, love, and light. We out.
We out, bitches.